All right, welcome everybody. Somebody's got the chat on. I think it's me.
Huzzah! Oh, I'm dead! Oh no.
Yes.
Like really dead. You put a thing on my face. No.
Almost here, Fiddy, in my head.
You are.
R.I.P. So we're putting him on the table, right?
Well, no, from now on, this is how we're going to detect traps. We just throw his dead body ahead of us constantly.
That is what I was made for.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. All right. When we last joined our heroes, having driven off the vampiric form of Diane, the party examined the dirt mound in his laboratory and started shoveling it into pools of brackish liquid found within the chamber. While doing their work, a vacant walking suit of Fireforge armor entered the chamber, where Fiddle was drawing protective runes all over Torrin's body. He looked at Fiddle and said, "I have come for you, Fiddle," and slew him where he stood. Battling the Fireforge armor, they reduced it to metal pieces, and when it fell, dirt poured forth along with a golden canister. Taking both their fallen comrades back to the room with the golden table, they were able to raise Torrin from the dead. And upon his return, Torrin had a vision of the past, or was it the future? The last words in his vision echoed in the dark. "You are the true king. You are Torrin of Tabula Dairi Alashaki." Another seat filled in the pact of the planar pentad. The leader of men, king of kings, and the ringed right hand of Tempest. They retraced their steps to different areas of the underground citadel and finally made their way back to the entrance and decided to check in on Aaliyah to see if she may have diamonds to raise Fiddle and to let her know that they were going to be maybe a few more days longer. Upon reaching the door, Torn moved to push it open, and his hand softly touched it. There was a glow on the door along with a rune upon his neck, and the door swung silently open. As they emerged from the darkness, they saw 6 dead camels along with a hill giant who was conversing with a storm giant and another hill giant, saying something in giant that Sylus understood. "You say the missus tell you the puny ones be here, and the puny lady over there say she to wait for them, but she break too easy. I only find lunch. Nog think they not be here." When the stone giant noticed the party emerging from the citadel, the battle was joined. Seeing no way to leave the narrow valley, Torrin called for everyone to return to the Fireforge. And a tan man with a long ponytail and a neatly shaved goatee, who apparently was hiding nearby, said, "You don't have to tell me twice, chap," and ran into the underground labyrinth. After returning, they questioned the newcomer as to what he was doing there, and the gentleman explained in a southern drawl that he'd been working for a merchant in a far-off island and was ambushed by lizardmen. He ran deeper into the jungle to evade them, and as he passed across a stream, suddenly found himself in this underground maze. He went on to tell him that a door was opened the day earlier by a beautiful young woman in her 20s, and he was able to sneak outside before the doors had closed, but not before the giants had set up camp waiting for someone. After listening to this gentleman's story, there was a heartfelt moment as the party looked towards Zolt and said, "What about your home? We've achieved what we came here to do." Zolt was hesitant, but tested his wings and flew down the long stairway without interference of scarabs, which had been the curse set upon him by Nesamantu. With a heartfelt goodbye and some help from Caliban in the form of a giant eagle, Zolt emerged once again back out into the wild and quickly winged his way past the giants and headed towards his home that he'd not been to in a little over a year. Returning, the newcomer asked what was next, where the gentleman replied. Returning to the newcomer, they asked what was next, where the gentleman replied, "I marked the way so I wouldn't get lost. It's back this way," as he pointed his thumb over his shoulder. And that's where we joined the party. Kingsmen, what would you like to do?
I have a little bit of a question for y'all. Does anyone here understand giant?
I do not.
Okay.
Not I.
Now, what was aside from your bird friend leaving, uh, why were y'all going back up there? Were you escaping here? I mean, why were you heading up?
I mean, you said
Does
you
he
came.
not see the dead dome sticking out of the bag?
I think we put him in the bag of holding.
Yeah, but I thought his torso was kind of like hanging out the top.
Yeah, you popped my head out for a
Oh,
while.
that's right. You
That
said
makes
you were.
sense.
You said you came from this place before.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why I was headed out. But there was a woman up there, and I got to tell you, um, I'm pretty sure she's dead. So if she was a friend of yours, I'm sorry.
How do you know she's dead?
Scrolling up. Hold on. The Giants, they were talking about a missus that had sent them over here, and that there was a pretty lady that they had, I guess, talked to, but then they were discussing how tasty she was. So I imagine that's what they were. I mean, besides the camels, of course.
I should have
So
just
they
told her to leave.
ate the camels too.
Yes. Well, some of them. As you saw, one of them was about to be
Oh,
thrown in our
that's right. There
direction.
were a bunch of dead camels. That's right.
And how did you survive out there with those giants?
Oh, luckily here with and he pats the loot on his back. I've got a bit of magic of my own that can help me remain undetected. But I was just waiting for a time to sneak on past them. The problem was, y'all showed up and created such a ruckus. It was pretty clear, especially with the wall of fire, that that I wasn't going to get out that way. So I decided strength in numbers and all that.
It's a saying.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sorry for your friend, and then he motions to the bag of holding and your friend. Yes, there might be a diamond or two at the resort. I guess we can go on back with the rest of you. The lizard men shouldn't be such a problem.
So how many lizard men are we talking?
Oh, I'd say less than 50. But that was in the jungle. I don't know how many followed me in here.
1 year here.
I didn't see any, but I was making my way as quick as I could. This is a tad dangerous in here, so I was trying to find an exit, and I found these here stairs. Yeah, but with all of you, and then he looks at Torn, and especially you, we should be all right.
Well then, after you, friend.
Oh, well, I mean, my mockings were pretty obvious, but if you're still untrustworthy, that's fine. And he very slowly just is like creeping up to corners and like looking around them, but making his way south.
All right. Can you see the red path
Mm-hmm.
waypoint markers?
Yeah.
Go ahead and follow that. As you guys make your way down south and then back to the west, you see a set of stairs that leads up into this hexagonal room.
I can't go past the stairs. There it goes.
When two broad steps lead into this hollow room, widens at the western end. Archways show entrances in the north, west, and south walls. In a few places, stone pillars reach from floor to ceiling, and many broken shards of stone jutting from the floor are evidence that many more pillars used to be here. Arrows drawn in chalk pointing to each of the exits, like writing has been scrawled, crossed out many times. The only arrow pointing toward the eastern passage has writing that's still legible in one hand. It says, "This is the only safe direction." Beneath that, another hand say, "Tell that to Grimjaw, who was killed in that hallway." And that's it. Your markings lead back south. You're free to continue.
Let's just go north and explore the rest of this dungeon for a while.
I hate to disagree, but yes, I don't feel like dying today. And as he's walking, he holds his hand out and casts minor illusion to show the party what the lizard men look like. So I don't know if you want to describe that, Rick, as I'm moving the token.
The lizard men you guys are familiar with, wearing kind of older armor. The one he shows you is a gigantic serpent-like creature with no legs. It has just the bottom half of a snake and the top half of a huge muscular man, and then the head of a snake. That was the biggest blue snake he'd ever seen.
Okay. Now, which way from here? This is where the red line ends.
Yep. I got to put it on.
And then we got to transfer stations, take the green line.
And as you guys make your way to this area of this dungeon, there's more dust on the floor. It's darker. Many of the lamps have faded out and aren't visible. It looks like it hasn't been at least traveled or walked through in quite some time, with the exception of a single set of footprints heading back to the way it came.
Well, so far so good. No lizard men. Just hold a second. And he tries to stealthily open the door.
Roll a stealth check.
$17.
Okay. Now you quietly open the door. Hallway to the west goes down about 50, 30, 45, 50 feet. And another door.
Same thing. Would you like me to roll again?
No. Grab the wrong door.
Oh, yes. Forgive the moving doors. Watch ahead.
Like you did to show us the lizard men. Can you do the same with the woman you saw leave?
Oh, yes. Yes. And then he casts minor illusion again, and he shows what was her name?
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Yeah. He doesn't know her name, but he shows Aaliyah to you guys. Just a static image.
That was the person they were talking about, but there's a different person. Who
I was talking about the woman that you saw that you opened the door and exited with, right? That's what I'm assuming happened.
Yes. But they were speaking of a missus, and I don't know enough about giants to tell you. But I'm fairly certain none of them were women. So I don't know the missus they were speaking of, and he tries to stealthily open this door.
Give me a stealth check.
Yes, sir.
You do recall a redheaded woman who opened the door first, and then peered in for a while, and then she went back out, and that's when you were able to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she opened from the outside and then went. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I thought she had come from the inside as well.
Nope, opened it from the outside.
Yep. Another 17.
I was just making sure it wasn't anyone I might have been very familiar with.
Back from the dead.
Right?
Oh man. Is it through this door, or was there a secret wall here?
It's through the door.
Open the door as stealth as possible.
All right. You open the door, and you remember this chamber as you came through. A purple glow lights a huge chamber stretching before you. Golden light occasionally flickers in the room as well, appearing at random from one of the 26 undamaged stone thrones lining the hall's eastern and western walls. Where one throne sits, there's just a pile of rubble. You hear echo, "Doom." A voice thunders in quickly dwindling volume. It continues, "Doom, take us all."
Now, it may just be me, but because of the voice, I decided not to sit in any of the thrones or disturb them in a way. I would suggest the same, because this does seem like a mighty dangerous place, but that's up to y'all.
About 10 seconds later, "Doom. Doom takes us all."
This is at the end of the red path, right?
In this chamber.
Do I remember any kind of traps in here from when I came through here before?
You weren't really checking for traps as you went through?
Oh, that's true. That's true. I meant, did anything like jump out at me, or
No.
or did I trigger anything that I noticed? Okay, I'm just gonna make my way south.
It's kind of spaced out, not moving for a moment, just looking at one of the thrones.
Give me a perception check. You just look at it.
I'm looking at it, but I'm not real. Like my mind is
Yeah, for sure.
back.
Yeah. You notice that there's different colors on these thrones as you go through. You're not really sure what they represent or what may have represented.
Someone should probably grab him. What was his name again? Torin? He probably shouldn't, hang out here. We need to continue south. Torin. Okay, it feels presumptuous of me, but Sylus walks up and taps Torin on the shoulder. We should keep moving.
Of course, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Lead on.
Yes, of course.
As you step into this room to the south, you see a large spider over what looks like an altar. Statue of a spider. In front of the altar is a what looks like a elven woman with a dagger poised over somebody laying on this altar, and on each side of it there are what looks to be two elven warriors.
Sylus whispers, "Yeah, so I'm just gonna hug the wall. I suggest everybody does the same, because that does not look safe."
I look at that. Do I recognize it or anything like that?
Give me are you gonna get really close, or are you gonna just
Do it from a distance.
perception
Per
check?
Stylus's recommendation. This is bad because every time somebody talks like Southern like that, I start doing it too. Sorry. What do you want me to roll?
Perception.
Apologize.
You're gonna have to forgive me. Ooh.
I'm like, I'm like, oh, I haven't fed Torin since we resurrected him. That's what I'm thinking now.
As you look around, there's a violet radiance emanating from the eyes of the huge stone spider that lights this chamber. The idol's carved from stone, and under him, the altar is stained red. A motionless, what looks like male, is bound to the altar, chains connecting his wrists and ankles to the spider statue's legs. Everybody seems to be unmoving, as if this is some statues of the macabre. Whoa. Got a focus there. Kept going.
I would like to stealthily open this door.
Give me a stealth check.
Ooh, natural 20 for a 26.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Took a bit of trial and error, but I eventually found the way to where I found y'all. This place is terrifying. What is the name of this place exactly?
Fireforge.
Oh, that was wonderful. It sounded like stereo coming from each side like that. Have either of you ever thought about accompanying somebody on a stage? You actually both have pretty good voices.
Your stages. I don't do singing.
I don't do a lot of talking.
He looks at like the chef's knife that you have on your belt and he goes, "Nah, I imagine you communicate in another way."
And just a heads up, as I do talk to Sylus,
Oh,
Uh,
right.
my mouth does move.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What?
It's like, you can't sit with us.
I would like to open this door, please.
Go ahead and
Oh crap, I'm lost.
open the door.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. Can I get you to roll me a D100?
Oh, fun.
Always makes me so anxious when you ask for those.
99.
Wow.
What?
I take 99 points of damage.
New character.
1 second, please. As
Have fun knew what that'd be if your character dies. Session.
Oh,
We just see him turn in, do a Thanos like
Yeah.
turns to
you
dust.
just you just hear another someone pounding on a door and you open it and it's Tylus.
Oh, look at that. Zolt actually decided to come back.
as you open the door, what you see is a red statue in the middle of the room made of dark red stone that represents a muscular male torso, and its arms are in opposite. Its arms point in opposite directions, north and south. Many of its fingers seem to be missing.
Hmm.
The arms are outspread.
It's
Yeah.
just the torso. No head.
It's a whole body, and it stands on about a 7-foot tall pedestal, and The room, in the ceiling of this room is about 60 feet tall.
Any religious significance that I would recognize?
Give me a religion check.
May I do so as well? I have got proficiency.
Sure. You can just say, I'd like to do a religion check too.
Yes, sir. 17.
No. Doesn't look like any religious symbol or statue of a deity or anything like that. It's just a tall figure up on a 7-foot pedestal. It's about 25 feet tall. The ceiling's about 60 feet tall.
Silas puts his hand on the wall here. I'm fairly certain I came through this way.
As you
Yes.
push
here
on
it
it,
is.
the wall moves in and slides to the right.
Statue
goodness.
here when you came through?
Yes. It doesn't look religious in nature, but it is something special. I mean, no one makes a 25-foot statue for no reason, you know? Strange. I don't know why he's missing fingers.
Another mystery of the world.
And as you head down into this area, Kingsmen, you see large piles of gray dust on the floor here.
Yeah, Silas motions toward it and says, I saw this on the way out. This is strange. You know, there's you can tell no one's been this way in quite a while, but I don't understand why they'd be piled like this.
It's just a dog pile. Don't worry about it.
Silas kind of shakes his head like, okay, I guess it's an inside joke or something.
Yeah, the rest of the party giggles. He just looks at us.
Yep. I'd like to stealthily open this door, please.
All right, give me 1 second.
A 9.
9.
Oh, I'm on the
Roll
wrong layer.
3 D100s.
Roll 3D100s.
99, 99, 99.
As you open the door, you see 4 lizardmen they're looking at the eastern wall, or excuse me, the western wall, and they kind of all turn their heads towards you guys as you guys come into the room. And we're going to roll initiative. Let me grab your tokens first.
Just as we roll initiative, Silas goes, shit.
Yeah, you got cocky on the last door. You know, you
Mhm.
opened it so quietly, so you're just like, I got this.
Yep.
Oh, guy was taking his token. Gotcha. That's why he got lost.
Oh, he was following us with his token?
I guess so.
Weird. I'm having the same thing. I can't access this token.
Yep. Give me a second.
Yes, sir.
As I move Guy across the plains. And
So
you
if
guys,
you throw
He's a planeswalker now.
set up how you figure you guys will be set up.
Oh, I'm the idiot. Open the door.
I was talking with him, so
Has sight can see. All right, try that now, Jordan. Excuse me.
Perfect.
Silas.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. Think it. Okay, there it goes. Rose. Hold on. Let me fix that. Let me restart it. Froze and I clicked it twice. Firefox was working fine last week. This week, not so much.
Hey, Fitty,
I was gonna
roll initiative.
say,
Really?
can I control Fiddle so I could use him as a weapon?
Oh, improvised weapon.
Oh, we totally should have, like, if we find some chain, we should totally chain together two of those fish, so you can have fish chunk.
Oh my goodness.
All right, hold on. I restarted. Let me. Can you ping me over where we are?
Yep.
Maybe one. Oh, there we go. Found it. All right, initiative.
Initiative. Right?
It's not too bad. Oh, they rolled pretty well though.
Initiative.
Everybody on? Except for
Yep.
my guy. Oh, nope, he was already on.
Okay. So from where I am, can I see into the room?
Yes.
And Guy and Caliban, don't forget you guys have aid still. So you should have 5. Your hit points should be increased by 5.
Max, right?
Yeah. For probably the next. How long would you say it's been since we left Zult, Rick?
Hour?
So for another 7 hours, you guys, your maximum hit points are increased by 5.
Dope.
Not you, Silas.
I know,
Yeah.
friend.
Not you, new guy.
You don't have to tell me.
You're not sitting with the cool kids yet.
That is
Look,
obvious.
I gave your other character 5 hit points. All right, he was flying off into giants, so.
Appreciated.
Okay, well, peering through the door, well, drop a fireball right there.
All right. Fireball.
Oh, shit.
You see Caliban kind of lean between Silas and Torin and say, move over a little bit. And he extends his finger and a red bead of light streaks slowly into the room as the serpent people pull their swords. A large explosion echoes within the room.
Yeah, it's good. It's a pretty good roll.
And we're going to roll 3 times for the serpent people left to right. For
4
the
times? Oh.
6, 24.
Oh, that's initiative.
Oops, my bad. Same as his.
Wouldn't it be the same?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I think they're the same. So.
Oh, yeah, right, because it's Dex. You're right.
And 19 for these guys. So that's 25 damage. He is dead. This guy takes half. 25.
12. 12.
I got it.
12.
It's okay. Get your natural 20s out now. I'm perfectly okay with it.
And the last guy. He does not save. Takes the full 25. All right. Movement bonus
And
action.
then I will move back around the corner there.
Very good.
That is my turn.
I will
I have a girl.
Torin.
Read your messages.
Yep, I got it. So, do these lizard men look somewhat familiar?
They do.
Like
They look
in
very
shape?
familiar.
All right. So I saw two of them kind of go to the corners to try to. Right, I can see that
You can.
when they moved.
You can see one of them at least.
Yeah. Would I be able to? Okay, so if I move here, would I be able to hit this guy?
I would say you can't hit him through the corner of the wall.
All right.
No, you would be able to hit him.
so-
Yeah, go ahead. He's adjacent 5-foot box, so you just can't move
Okay.
around the corner diagonal
Yeah.
like that.
Bonus action. I'm going to give the command word
Yep.
to my sword.
It bursts into flames, and you are now have an aura of emits light. All players see light. 40 and 40. 80 and
Holy
40.
crap.
All right, and I'm going to take a two-handed strike towards him.
All right.
Ugh.
15 misses. They're wearing that old ancient breastplate,
Yeah, second attack.
and you're at -4.
Oh, that's right. 16 then.
16 misses as well.
That's my turn.
Guy Legacy.
I used all my 50 feet of movement. 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 to move there.
Mhm.
That includes me going around since I can't move beyond the corner.
Understand?
And I will attack.
Attack.
Okay, first attack. When you hit,
20 hits.
and then you hear him say, "Stunning strike."
Stunning strike is a con save. He has failed his con save, and he is stunned. He also took 12
Nice.
points of piercing. I'm gonna have to restart my Firefox here, but he is stunned.
Second attack.
At advantage.
Yep. Nice.
Think. Let me think. Say yes or no. You want me to knock him prone?
Sure.
I'll use my second attack to shove him prone.
Okay. He can't take strength of the dex, so he's prone.
And
Is it
bonus
only-
action.
Is it he fails saves, but he can? I'll say yeah.
Oh yeah,
I think
you think that
it would be the same, but rules is written. I don't think that's right, but yeah, you knock him prone without much issue because he's dazed and mumbling incoherently.
and then bonus action, I'll stomp on him. Bonus action.
All right.
Strike.
You have an advantage because not only is he stunned, he's prone, but doesn't matter.
Fish for the crit. So 26 to hit for 11 damage.
You, as you
Select
knock
option?
him, as you knock him to the ground, you kind of reach down and grab behind his right leg while pushing his the left side of his body forward, and he falls to the ground. And you give him the Bruce Lee kick right in the throat, and he starts choking And then his body lies still moments later.
And that ends my turn.
Sylus.
Sylus moves up. He sees a lizard man on each side, and he goes to take an attack at each. That's a 21 to hit on the one on the right.
That hits.
Oh, only 1 point of damage.
All right.
And then one on the left.
Well, how does your Eldritch Blast look like?
It's got a...
Say it. Say it.
You have to. It's part of the attack. It's part of the cantrip.
Eldritch Blast. it's a bit of a like a red color. It's kind of
But
looks
like,
like
is it finger guns?
blood.
Is it?
No, that's an interesting point.
Because I imagine finger guns.
He kind of puts his hand out like he's belting a note, and it just kind of comes from his hand like he's delivering a song, you know.
Nice.
And then that one's another 21. This one's for 6 damage, or the one on the right. I mean the left. He did one each.
Okay. In another universe, Jackdaw's ears are burning when he hears finger guns.
That's why it wasn't finger guns.
6.
And then he passes by Torin and he says, "You know what, bud? I saw you miss there, but I know you can do better." And gives him a D8 of inspiration.
Oh, damn. Shit, howdy.
And he comes back in the hallway and he looks over at Caliban and he's like, "We got this."
That guy is dead. That guy is dead. Okay. Round 2. Ready? Fight.
He looks
Caliban.
over at you and he's like, "There's only 2 more against the wall on the other side of your friend Torin." Oh, shit.
Just go through walls.
Oh, I was muted. He will go primal on this guy.
Nice.
Would you want to
16
go?
misses.
Oh, you mean I didn't get that too big 2 points of acid damage?
No.
Oh, snake eyes.
Wow, it's a 2d10. Crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's strong.
And that is apparently my turn.
All right. This guy will. Seeing Caliban the bigger threat, as he has his razor sharp claws extended, he will make 2 melee attacks against you with his scimitar. $18 to hit,
That hits.
or 3. It says piercing, but. And the second attack, 20 to hit for 4. The next guy here moves over here next to Torin. He will take 2 attacks on 20 to hit and 21 to hit. So that's 6 piercing and 6 piercing. Should be slashing.
Well,
I'm gonna update this guy. 12 total.
Yep.
That's his turn. Torin.
All right. I move up here.
Yep.
Pissed that this guy didn't take me as a threat. and inspired more by rage by Silas's words about me missing. I am going to take the flaming sword and slam it into the ground and channel divinity. Because I haven't been able to use it in a while. I want to see if it works on these guys. Conquering presence.
All right, that's a wisdom saving throw against fear or being frightened.
Yes. If they're immune to fear, I'm going to be so pissed. DC 14.
All right. Perception. Oh. Immunities. 17 and 10.
All right, so one of them fails and is frightened of me, and he is in my aura of conquest. So all frightened creatures within 10 feet have their speed reduced to 4 and take 4 psychic damage if starting their turn in the area.
Reduced to 4?
No, their speed is reduced to 0,
Oh, okay.
and they take 4 psychic damage if they start the turn in my aura.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I thought I heard.
I think you said
to 4.
reduced
Yes.
to 4. I'm like,
So
Yeah, yeah.
round
I heard
down.
that too.
Yeah, so reduced to 0.
Got it.
You do not understand
The
how
worst.
frustrating it's been that this is like a major thing of my oath, and all the dogmen have been immune to fear.
Ooh, yeah.
Only when they're in a party. All right.
Oh yeah, that is my turn. Sorry.
He took 4 psychic.
No, it's
When
the
he
start
starts?
of his turn.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'll get it. Okay.
All
Guy Legacy.
right, 30 feet. And then I hop over there, and then I attack.
Attack. You have advantage.
Oh shit. Natural 30.
All right.
Wow.
You literally punch through the lizard man.
Oh my god. That was max damage. Like literally max.
Ah, that's pretty good.
That's amazing.
And look through his chest and give Torin a smile. Your second attack, sir.
10, 15. 15 feet. That one is not an advantage.
18 still hits.
For 7 piercing.
Seven
then-
piercing.
And then bonus action on arm strike. Oh, that's a miss.
That's a miss.
And take a step back. Or take 2 steps back. That ends my turn.
He will. You hit him, mobile. Okay, good. All right.